tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, para hadirin yang dihormati sekalian. Selamat datang dan syabas karena telah meluangkan waktu untuk hadir bersama pada hari yang berbahagia ini dalam wacana Madani, Harmoni Madani. Acara mulia ini telah dianjurkan oleh Kerajaan Malaysia bersama dengan MBCC, iaitu Majlis Perundingan Buddha Malaysia, sempena menyambut Hari Raya Wesak Peringkat Kebangsaan. Selaku pembawa majlis, saya Yap Hock Ann dengan rendah diri memohon kebenaran untuk meneruskan ucapan saya dalam bahasa Inggeris. A very good afternoon to the Honourable Vice President of the Malaysian Buddhist Consultative Council and the President of the Buddhist Missionary Society of Malaysia, Madam Lee Hoi Leong. Honourable VIPs, other EXCO members, our distinguished panel, members of the media, and all our participants. Welcome to the 5th session of the National Conference on Buddhist Principles and the Practices of MADANI. We are honored to have this session, which is one of the first instances of co-hosting and cooperation with the Government of Malaysia to work with the Buddhist societies on the National Wesak Conference. My name is Ismail, and it is my pleasure to be your MC today. Our session is entitled Innovating with Buddhist Principles, Developing Mindful Technology. Technology is one of the areas of greatest interest to many of us today because it is fraught with risk. There is a huge potential for us to build and to foster a lot of good. But we are also confronted with a lot of operational challenges, a lot of economic challenges, with the impacts on our society and on social cohesion, and also with a lot of ethical difficulties. And especially for Buddhists, where we know, we have learned from a long time, and we know through our own experience, mind is the forerunner of all things. Mano setta, mano mea. So how then do we work with this most elusive of items to deliver good for our community and ourselves? Today we have a distinguished panel, rich in expertise and experience. But what distinguishes them more is that they are practitioners, long-term practitioners who have a common belief and a track record in service. It is the richness of Buddhist faith which drives us in many ways and which drives our wonderful speakers today. And we hope that with their input, this can allow us to clarify points in our faith, in our beliefs, and to guide us into, hopefully, greater wisdom. Over the next 60 minutes, our distinguished panelists will share their knowledge, experience, and insights, and we will have 20 minutes at the end for a question and answer session. I invite you to start taking notes, preparing questions. Take this opportunity of speaking to people who live and breathe their topic so that you can then take part in a conversation that is meaningful. Before we start, just a few housekeeping notes. Please ensure all mobile phones are switched off or in silent mode. Restrooms are located at the far left of the building in the end. And please, safety video, can play? Okay, and just please pay attention to this safety video. Hopefully we won't have an emergency, but be prepared. Thank you.
Welcome to Menara TTDI. Please pay attention to the following safety briefing for Level 2, the space. Smoking and vaping is prohibited inside this building. You can proceed to designated smoking area outside the building. In case of an emergency, when you hear the alarm activation, please remain alert and prepare yourself for a possible evacuation. When you hear the continuous alarm, followed by an evacuation announcement,
Attention please, fire has been reported in the building.
please leave the floor immediately. As a matter of caution, please ensure your personal belongings are always with you, and do not lift them behind. You may find your emergency exit door according to the fire exit plan. Look for Keluar signage nearest to your position. Please be aware of the fire extinguisher location. Use only if safe and properly trained. If you are in Space 3, Space 3A, Space 5, Space 6, and Glass Space, exit through the central corridor and look for emergency exit door at lift lobby 1. If you are in Ballroom, Space 2, Space 1, and Kitchen, exit through the central corridor and look for emergency exit door at lift lobby 3. From the exit door, follow to the assembly point signage. They are marked throughout the way, leading to the designated assembly point outside Menara Ken TTDI. Remain at the assembly point until further instructions by the emergency personnel. Thank you for your attention. Welcome to.
Thank you, Sis Teo. And now, please, I'd like to invite our honored speakers and our moderator to the stage. Yes. Please join me in giving a round of applause to our moderator, Dr. Bugs, and our speakers, Dr. Yap. And I think Dr. Lim is, Brother Lim is not here. He's on his way. Okay. Just an announcement that unfortunately Dr. Lee will not be joining us today because his grandmother suffered a cardiac arrest. So Dr. Bugs will lead us in a small transmission of metta for Dr. Lee's grandmother. Dr. Bugs, would you like to offer a small greeting for us?
So our brother Dr. Lee just sent a text that on the way from Penang to KL for this event, the grandmother in the car had a heart arrest, cardiac problem. So they have to stop and immediately admit her at the Seberang Jaya Hospital. So may we all collectively say some prayers for Dr. Lee's grandmother. Can we say a few words? Just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And in your own heart, please radiate metta to the grandmother of our brother Dr. Lee, and may she feel much better. May she feel less painful. May the doctors and the nurse at the Seberang Jaya Hospital take care of her. And also may all the family members stay calm and allow the doctor to do their work and let her rest and let her be peace with herself. Sukihotu. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dr. Bugs. Next slide. Next one first. First, I'd like to welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. Yap Hock Ann. Dr. Yap is a public servant with a 30-year track record in the Malaysian diplomatic and administrative service. He built his reputation as an organizer, as a modernizer in Mampu, and he has been a leading advocate and pioneer of public sector reform, innovation, and performance management. Dr. Yap is also a well-known interfaith advocate, and he has served for over a decade at the Ministry of National Unity. Most recently, as Senior Deputy Director at JPA, Dr. Yap championed executive-level reform and the implementation of Madani values, leading us toward hopefully becoming a wise nation, not just a smart nation. Academically, Dr. Yap holds a doctorate in business administration, specializing in marketing. And please, thank you, Dr. Yap. And we would also like to welcome Brother Lim. Brother Lim? Yes, can we invite you to join us on the stage? Yeah, maybe. I would like to say how grateful I am for Brother Lim to be here today. He has just finished a round of cancer treatments, and despite the frailness of the body, he has made the effort to be here. We are truly grateful and truly blessed for this. Brother Lim is a prominent Dhammaduta and visionary pioneer. He founded the Buddhist Channel, which is one of the most well-known online forms of media for mindful communication, ethical journalism, and of course independence, as well as being non-denominational. Brother Lim also founded Norbu AI, which is meant to function as a digital kalyana mitta, a spiritual friend. We all know the risks of modern algorithms and the rabbit holes that they lead you through. And Brother Lim has implemented an ethical framework for Norbu, which is based on the Brahma Viharas, or the sublime mental states of metta, karuna, mudita, and upekkha. And so this is a leading ecosystem change, which we hope can be used to drive greater development towards a more caring AI ecosystem. Brother Lim is also a leader in sustainable tourism. And tourism actually is seen under the UN World Travel Organization, World Tourism Organization, the UNWTO, of which Dr. Lim, Brother Lim has contributed, as a human right, the human right of travel, the human right of exploring other places, opening your mind, opening your heart, seeing diversity. And so part of Brother Lim's vision and mission is to build meaningful pilgrimage and to deepen life experience through travel. Please join me in welcoming Brother Lim. And just now, of course, we didn't have the chance to please give some applause also for Dr. Yap. And last but not least, our moderator for today, Dato Dr. Bugs Tan. Please welcome Dato Bugs. Dato Bugs doesn't need an introduction. I think I can say that. He's a powerhouse in innovation, and he has been a key architect of Penang's high-tech landscape. He is currently serving as a science advisor to the Deputy Chief Minister too, and he has deep expertise in innovation governance and R&D. And we stress the governance because we can innovate, but we need a framework and we need to actually do it right. So Dato Bugs a very modest man. He doesn't want to be called Dato Tan. He insists on Dr. Bugs. Yeah. He is a renowned collaborator, bridging government, industry, and academia. And he is dedicated to building talent. Yeah. So building the future, if you like, true people, as well as building organizations to digital transformation. Can you welcome our moderator, Dr.
Thank you, Sister Mayen.
And I will now hand over
Yeah.
to Dato, Dr. Bugs Tan,
Thank you.
to be our moderator for this session. Dato Tan,
Yeah.
Dato Bugs,
Yeah.
the floor is yours.
Thank you. Let's give a clap for the volunteer. And I know we are very glad in Buddhism there are many people who volunteer, right? So thank you for coming to this class today, this short lecture. So we have about maybe an hour or so. And with me are two important people. This is Dr. Yap. He's my very good friend. He has been in the government sector for more than 30 years. And he is actually in the innovation part of the government. So later we will hear from him how innovation has actually transformed our life as a Rakyat. So I leave it to him later. And of course, this is the champion. This is the champion of AI. Today we cannot live without AI. And he is going to explain to us about how he has used AI to bring our Buddhist to another level. All right. Thank you, Brother Lim. Although he is not well, but he still come. Look at the love, the compassion, the karuna that he has. Fantastic. Thank you, Brother Lim. Okay, so today's topic is about innovation. As you know, this is Madani. This is our national Buddhist event, and then it is a hope of a government that we can promote the Madani principle. So in the Madani, there are 6 pillars. I think you all know. There are 6 pillars. There are sustainability. What else? The care is love, and then script SCR, and then respect, then innovation. T I think for trust. So as you can see, most of the pillars are involved in the fundamental issues of how we should live together, like respect, like a trust and all that. There's only innovation that's different, that stands out. Innovation is built inside this Madani is for the country to move forward. It is innovation that makes progresses. So that's why it's an important session. I wish there are more people here, but okay, you are the lucky one to know how our ancient wisdom that is 2,500 years ago developed in India. Actually, at that time, there are many scholars, there are many religious founders and people are a lot more clever than the people today. They are a lot more wisdom. How this wisdom that we can use today to bring our country forward. So I'm glad to be invited here by this MBCC to share my personal experience. Yeah. So I have a couple of minutes to talk about my own experience, how Buddhism has helped me in my career. So may I have a show of hand? How many of you are Buddhists? Everyone. Okay. How many of you are inventor or creator or innovator? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. Hopefully by end of this talk, I will say everyone is an innovator in the room, right? So we're going to show you how we can do that. So when I started as an innovator in the year 2000, I won the National Inventor Award given by the government, the Ministry of Science. Yeah, that's one award. I win a lot more awards along the way. So I have many awards, right? I won award in every time when I invent something, I put on my competition. I either get a gold, I got a silver, I get a bronze. Surely I win something. So I knew that I could actually invent. But then I want to go further. So at about that time, I started going to Banda Utama Buddhist Society. So I started to learn about Buddhism. Then as I developed my career as an inventor, Then I found out that I can use a lot of principles, a lot of teaching that is taught by the Buddha that actually helped me in my career. So I think this is the sharing you want to hear. Correct or not? I think this is what you know. So this is how I want to bring today's lecture. Next slide, please. Okay, so as you know, the fundamental or the core teaching of the Buddha is actually the Four Noble Truths. Yeah, the first noble truth, there is suffering in life, the existence of suffering in life. Second noble truth is what? The cause of suffering, right? And the third noble truth, suffering can be stopped. And the fourth noble truth, the pathway, the formula to lead to the stop, to the cessation of suffering. So as a scientist, we know the first two are called problem statement. Then the second half, the third and the fourth is the solution to it. So the Buddha already laid out really. He's the best scientist in the world, right? So this is the first sermon he gave. The Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, he already mentioned that this is the truth, the noble truth. So as ourselves, in our life as an inventor, we go into all sort of trouble. Betul tak? We get into a lot of roadblocks, you know. We actually experience failure, we experience success, happiness, sadness. We also experience praise. We also experience blame, fame. So these are all the 8 winds. I have encountered all the 8 winds. Actually, that's also the teaching of the Buddha. So as you can see, being an inventor or being a creator is no straight road. The road is winding and very difficult. All right. So this is how it goes. Now, maybe I want to also ask you a question. Why are we called man? Kenapa kita dipanggil manusia? Anyone knows? There must be a reason, right? That's why I say, you know, in Pali language, which is the ancient language, they don't just do things like that. They have a reason for it, right? So the word manusia are from 2 root words, mano and usa. Mano means the mind. Usa means can be cultivated. You put effort, can be cultivated. So human being is a man where the mind can be cultivated to the full potential. You got it? You got it? So every one of you don't look down on yourself. You do not need a PhD. I can guarantee you can be an innovator. You can be a creative person. You do not need, because you have the otak in you. You are given a mind that have full potential. Later, I'm going to explain to you that actually what we put into our mind is actually what we are, right? Just like the way we eat. We are what we eat, right? That's what the doctor will say. If you eat rubbish, then your body will suffer. Same as the mind. In fact, the Buddha says there are 4 kind of nutrients, right, which I will cover. And this is how my journey starts. You know, as I go on, then I learn, you know, that there is a lot of philosophy in Buddhism that I actually learned. For example, next slide. I want to talk about creativity. All right, creativity. So, why is there a need for creativity? Why? Because of the law of impermanence, anicca. So in the second sutta, the Buddha gave the Tilakkhana Sutta. Tilakkhana Sutta, the Buddha talked about the 3 characteristics of life: anicca, dukkha, and anatta. So anicca is impermanence. Everything changes. Because of everything changes, it allows an inventor like you a chance to invent something. All right? So very simple. Look at our handphone. I don't know how many of you use iPhone. I don't use iPhone. Now iPhone is what? Version what? 16, 17, 18, maybe 20. So you can see our car also same. So that's why there's an engineer. You are in a company, when you are an engineer, there's always a challenge for you. Yeah? I was just talking to some friends who are doing books. Nowadays, youth doesn't read books. But then the books become obsolete or people don't want. So that become a problem. So for inventor like us, we look for a problem. And then how? We use our creativity, because things doesn't always permanently same. You need to change. So I told our brother outside, we need to reinvent how we can spread the Dhamma to the young people, right? So I told him, maybe, we can get a young guy, an influencer, to talk about the book, Then after, when he talk about the book, then he can have a QR code, he can download that. So this is able to go according to the trend. Today's trend is about social media. Correct or not? All right. Okay. Now, next slide, please. Okay, so in the Paticca Samuppada, I think dependent origination is one of the Buddhist philosophy which is very important. Only in Buddhism we have this Paticca Samuppada. Only in Buddhism we have the Four Noble Truths. Only in Buddhism we have got just now that three characteristics of life. So over here we learn that things doesn't just happen by itself. So the formula is this: when this exists, that comes to be. With the rising of this, that arises. When this does not exist, that does not come to be. With the cessation of this, that ceases. All right? So there are 12 links in the Paticca Samuppada, the Ajiva, which is the ignorant. Then we have Sankara, we have got Vinaya, then we got Namarupa, then we got Salayatana, then we got Pasha, then we got Vedana, the feelings, then we got clinging, Upadana, Jati, you got Bhava first, Jati, and then after that we got old age, and then suffering and death. So you can see these are all one big round. The 12 dependent originations. Because of this, that happened. Because of this, another thing happened. Because of that, another thing happened. So in a world of invention, same. Something cannot just pop out like that. The invention has to come from some form. Then you use your creativity to transform that form to another form, which is called a new innovation. You got it? You got it or not? So it's very simple. Just now I was just telling a story to Prem. Many years ago, I took a lot of books from him. Then I go to the food court, I display, and then people will take the books, right? Take the books for free. So every time when people take the books for free, they will put donation. Then my daughter will say, thank you, thank you, thank you, So I asked my daughter, are you able to put your voice, in the box? So when people donate money, it says thank you. So then she went home and she think about it. Then she came up with a device called singing donation box. So I helped her to design it. So when the money is put in the coin, then her voice is recorded and says, thank you, terima kasih, seseni, thank you, terima kasih, a big sadhu to you. People put more money inside. Yeah, so that gives birth to a new invention. So you see, a singing box just invented just like that. But he came from what? He came from a box, he came from a recorder, he came from a trigger, So there's a lot of technology. When you put together, you get a new invention. You got it? Yeah. So this is I'm just giving you a bit of inspiration to tell you that there is a lot of things around us. We just have to put it together. Once we can put it together, a new invention can take place. How much time do I have? I still got another 6 minutes. I'm so happy. All right. So I can share more. Actually, I have been an inventor for 25 years. It doesn't justify for me just to tell you in 15 minutes. In fact, I brought 2 books. They are outside. This book is called The Secret to Develop Your First Brilliant Idea. It's outside, you can buy. And then I have another book called Turning Ideas into Innovation. So turning ideas into innovation is the fourth, the Four Noble Truths, quite similar to the Four Noble Truths. So this, the Four Noble Truths means what? The Noble Eightfold Path, right? Whereas in this book, there are 7 steps. There are 7 steps from creating idea, then to check your idea. Creating idea is like, just now I just told you how to create new idea, right? Then after that, I have my own formula how to create new idea. I have a thinking tool called Oshnak, observe, and then you have to sketch it out and so forth. Then the second step is to check your idea. Because most people who have an idea, they think their idea is the best. They think they're going to be the millionaire. But when they check the idea, I've got some scoring board. I'm scoring. So if they check, make sure you don't score less than 50. If you score less than 50, the idea is called shock sendiri. So I don't want you to fall in the shock sendiri. Because inventor like that, they are very excited over their idea. I have one story to tell you. One teacher came to me. He said, this is a torchlight non-need battery. Torchlight and non-need battery. Well, he was so excited. He said, look, this is going to make me millions of dollars. So I said, I also got excited because he got excited. Then I started to use his torchlight. Oh, it works, huh? Then I said, how about we off the light? Can use or not? He said, cannot. Then I said, what's the use of a torchlight at night? Cannot use. Because he said he need the energy from the lights, you know. So he used a small solar. So that's what I call shock scenery. You know, it cannot work without what's the use of having a torchlight when you cannot use in the dark? Okay, the second step. The third step is to find money and time, right? You don't have money, then you cannot make. You have to find money. How to find money, the book will tell you. How to find time, right? You must also, whether you're working for yourself or working for someone, you must find time. You cannot just say, idea, I want to sell my idea. Nobody buy your idea until you've proven it. Huh? We call it POC, proof of concept, right? That's the third step. Then the fourth step is to make the prototype. You cannot just sell ideas. You must make a working model according to what you wish it to become. All right? So that's very important. Just now I told you about the singing donation box. So you got to build it. You know, you cannot just say my idea like that. Cannot. You must actually working model and people like it. So that is a fourth step. The fifth step is then to file a patent. Like any property, you can have a price tag on your invention. You need to have a price tag because if you don't have a price tag, then you cannot sell your property. Correct or not? You want to sell a car, you want to sell your condominium, there must be a price. Then the sixth step, which is not many people do, is evaluation. You need to know how much is your idea worth. Your idea worth 1 million, but when you go outside, then the businessman will say, no, this idea cheap, 10,000 only. 10,000 and 1 million, there's a very big gap. So in order for you to justify your $1 million claim, you have to get a third party or professional people to value your IP. Then the last step is commercialization. The commercialization, which is actually the most difficult part. Commercialization is where I call the Valley of Death. Meaning about 1,000 inventions, only 6 inventions managed to go into commercialization. And out of the 6 that managed to go into commercialization, after 4 years, only 2 will survive. This is how tough it is. Yeah. So I just want to tell you, even though it's tough, but everything happened. Even Asia, you can see now Juice Coffee is $1 billion business. So this all came from idea. And in the commercialization, there are 5 options. First option is you sell your IP outright, which is very difficult. That means whatever your idea, just now the singing donation box, you may want to sell the idea for say 50,000 or 100,000. You can sell. That you cannot manufacture anymore because you sell your idea. So that's called outright. Second option is licensing. Licensing means you met orang kaya, you met a businessman, he has got a network, then you join venture, you do a licensing. He will manufacture, he will sell, then you get 10%. You get a royalty, whatever the percentage that you. So this is the most popular model. All my invention, I go through licensing. And then the third one is a joint venture. Orang kaya, and then you are the inventor. You form an ABC company, you take 30%, he will take 70%, then you become a technical director. That also happen. Then the fourth option is you look for venture capital or I call it private angel. So those are people who invest in you. They will take 15% of your company share or 10% of company share in exchange for $1 million or $2 million that you ask for. And then after 4 years, he will sell off the 10% for multiplier because they expect every dollar they invest in you, 4 years later, they want 7 ringgit back. So that's just a rule of time. Are you following me so far? Then the last option is you become your own boss. Idea that you can sell online, things that doesn't cost you a lot of money, and then you also don't want to answer to anyone, you want to be your own boss, you commercialize it yourself. All right? So that book is about that. So I've covered the innovation part, the steps. That means there are all the steps there. So far, so good, right? So I hope to give you a lot of knowledge so that you have more confidence in your work. Okay, next slide, please. This is the file aggregate, yeah? So why I put it here is because everything that we invent, it has to be connected to our emotion, connected to our needs, you know. So as we know, Nama Rupa, as a human being, our invention, who buy? The user. The user are the human being, right? So this is just to let you know two things. One thing is the human being will look at your product in a sense that they will feel, they will also have perception, and they will see whether they want it or not. And second thing is you yourself as an inventor. You yourself as an inventor, like you buy a computer book, you have hardware, then you only got one, how to call it, software with Microsoft, right? So, but as a human, we got a hardware, but we got 4 software inside. So you have the capacity. Just now I told you, right? You have the potential to cultivate to the fullest because you got 4 software. We got Vinaya, of course, we got all the 6 sensory. Then we got the mental strength. The mental is the perceptions and the volitions. So because of that, then you are able to conceptualize. You're able to create. You're able to generate. So this is the power of the mind. You got it? Okay. Let's move on to the next one. This is the one I talk about. So the Buddha spoke about the nutrient. Human being actually, we have 4 types of food. The first food is the physical food. Every day we makan. Nasi ke, ayam ke, sambal belacan ke, vegetable ke. Then we become what we are. This is what the doctor tell you. Eat more vegetable to become better. Now, do you know, we actually require 3 more types of food for our mental mind. Right? So the first type of food, mental mind, are the contact. Right? Contact are what we see. In a child-dependent origination, there's one called pasa, one link called pasa, which is the contact. So that contact is what you see. Like now I look at him, or I look at this table, or I feel the aircon. So these are contact. So you feel the contact straight away, and that is the food. Right? And that's one type of food. Second type of food are the intention. The intention actually in your mind. When people say something, what you intend to reply, what you intend to respond. That is the intention. That's why people like to go shopping, ladies, because you feel happy. Correct or not? That's called intention. Like, everyone want to go overseas, makan angin once a year. That's also intention because you feel good about it. All right? So that also your food that you eat. Right? And the third one, which is actually the most difficult, you almost don't know, is called the consciousness. What our mind keep thinking about. That means it's become our habit. Our habit. So if you want to become an inventor, don't always scroll the social media, look at rubbish. Try to learn something new, something that is more solid, that it can help you. So because those are the food that you require to get yourself into another level, into the know-how, into the domain that you're interested in. So assuming you're interested in AI, then you got to learn all the AI, we call it LLM, large language model, and how to create AI. So I'm telling you all this because this if I don't tell you, then you are always lost. Now I tell you, these are the food you should take. So at least you know where to build yourself so that your mind become more creative, more stronger. When you look at things, your observation will become stronger. Okay, I think my time is up. Now before I go, I play one video. I'm well over. So okay. So sorry, no video. I thought I want to play one video. Never mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, so now
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Bucks, I think as a moderator, we are expected to run the session, I think.
Okay.
So that's why we could not stop you. So sorry. Okay. But I think we are quite a few minutes over time. So if you don't mind, the other 2 speakers will be at 10 minutes each.
So now I'd like to invite our brother Kooi Fong to share with us his area of his domain of expertise, especially the AI. So over the floor. I give you the floor. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Venerable Sir, please. Please. Yeah. So I actually am very appreciative of the support, Brother Leslie, and I have my old classmate here, Brother Lloyd Pereira, Form 5 guy. We were in the same class. Yeah? Yeah. So old faces here, very happy, And the 1 year support that I received through many moral support, not just, messages, meetings, and all this kind of thing. And then one important thing is the support for my project, the Nobu. You use, and then sometimes you give some donation. I don't know how to acknowledge you all, but you keep on supporting, and then you support the project. Very small way, big way, doesn't matter, okay? 12,000 people use Nobu every day, almost. 12,000 people all over the world. Okay, they ask thousands of questions. I've seen the progress of the questions have improved a lot. It shows the development of inquisition, your own inquisition. Sometimes it's like in the beginning we see the very basic, who is Buddha, why he became enlightened, But now different already. He started talking about, more deeper things. Like just now Brother Park said, dependent origination. But they relate dependent origination with their life. It's not just the 12 things that we always learn from books, It's about your thought and how it links to maybe you're drinking water and how because of this exists, that exists. Something like that. And because of that condition, and you have to reflect on the condition and then it gives you an impact. That is dependent origination in real life. And this happening. The people are talking about things like that, I make my mother angry, she react. Dependent origination. Very interesting. Okay? So people are reacting in that way using a tool which I don't know how they will use it in the beginning. Nobody knows. Right? So I think no need all this too much You can read Okay, I won't go through all that. I'm more interested in a question that Brother Dato, Dr. Bucks asked me about. All that no need. About, can the machine think? Sometimes now we depend so much on AI, right? And we don't know whether you can depend on it or not, whether the question is correct or not. 2 years ago, I'll tell you, this Nobu sometimes talk nonsense. Don't depend on it. You must learn your Dharma well. And then whatever answer they give to you, you have to reflect on it on your own, You cannot just simply take it and just use it. That is not right. But today, because of the technology change, the memory, especially in terms of memory, and when we apply this new technology into Nobu, there has been a significant improvement in how the AI respond to your query. Okay? I'm telling you, translation now is very accurate. It's very good. You can translate from Sinhala to Pali to Sinhala, for instance. Pali, comparison between Pali Sanskrit. I went into looking for root words, for instance. Okay? Let's say the manusia, just now, the brother Dato Bakse, mentioned. You can actually go and study the root word in Sanskrit and Pali. And interestingly, how the early Chinese translators like Xuan Zhang or Kumarajiva translate that word into Chinese and follow up with the Tibetan Buddhism word. Now, if you have ability to look at the translation of this kind of root words in 4 different languages, Sanskrit, Pali, Chinese, and Tibetan languages, suddenly you realize, the evolution of the idea of a Buddhist terminology in different culture, different languages, and then they don't, the real true meaning don't run. But they're expressed in the different language. If without AI, we cannot do this seriously. You have to go to the library, you go to, let's say I go to Tzu Chi library full of Chinese books. I don't read Chinese. Big problem. Okay? Let's say I will have to go to India, Mahabodhi Center there, maybe they have books on Pali. I cannot read Pali, no way. My connecting language is English, for instance. Now with AI, I can connect English to Pali, Sanskrit, Chinese, and then Tibetan languages, and study the evolution of the root words. Now this is very important because sometimes we say that the word, the root word is mistranslated. For instance, the word sati, all the time since the Pali text society, we call it mindfulness, That's all, mindfulness. And then after that, we are being taught, be mindful, eat mindful, drink mindful. But actually, there's one component in that sati, which is so important, it's called memory. Okay, so if you have listen to some monks, I think there's one monk supported by Brother Billy, I forgot his name already. Punaji, yes. He emphasized a lot on memory. At first, in the beginning, I said, what is this monk talking about? Then after that, when I developed Nobu, then after that, I realized he went and searched, the original word of sati contained a very important component called memory. If you do not remember what you have done correctly, how can you be mindful of the next step? Step 1, okay, up, down. Step 2, down. You must remember these steps, right, to be mindful, isn't it? If you don't have that memory, you will do some other thing already. Okay? So memory was a key component in mindfulness. And it was an important part of a requirement for our practice, actually. Right? And then the sati is actually meant to release us from our cycle of rebirth. It's not just for you to become a mindful practice, become a better surgeon or a better, artist or better finance guy. No, it's for you to actually apply the Buddha teaching so that you can escape from samsara. Okay? So when we did Nobu, we found that actually it's not just simply putting content into Nobu and then let people use like your. No. We have to understand the reason why the Buddha taught Dharma and how he taught. If you read the sutta, the Buddha never see one person all the time. He see many, many people. And everybody he approached is different one because depending on the requirement of that person. So this guy may be an idiot. So he has to approach him so that you don't insult the idiot. Right? Chula Pantaka. He got a method to overcome it. When we see the Kema, okay, there's another situation. Then another one, the lady, the seed one, the mustard seed. What's the name again? The lady, the mustard, I forgot the name already. Okay, the mustard seed one, the baby, she became crazy. Kisa Gotami. So there's another approach. He talked to the farmer, Kasi Bawa Raja. He used farming languages. Right? So when you look at the Buddha approach, you notice that everyone he approached, he uses his anukampa, very deep compassion, moving compassion to try to understand that person. And then after that...
1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute. And try to implement the teaching that is required for that. Okay? So when we apply this Nobu, we wanted the approach. Number 1, compassionate communication. We talk, the AI talk to you at your level. And then slowly you grow with it and see how you can improve your Dharma. Number 2, the aim is not for you to become clever in Dharma. It's for you to learn that Dharma, apply in your life so that you can, use it for your personal development. At the end of the day, the knowledge is for you to escape samsara. Not make you become clever in Dharma. Not make you become clever in argument, knowledgeable in coming up with all these Dharmic terms coming out from your mouth. Not that. It's for you to apply. And then change within yourself. Clarify your understanding. Take away your doubt. Then we discuss further later. So can the machine think? Later I'll discuss about it later. Yeah.
Okay,
thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Kooi Fong. Thank you. So, as we know, AI is very important. I want to tell you, I was at the UTM last week. So I was one of the panelists in in a forum like that, but under the Faculty of Science. So I was a panelist. So they asked me, they say, is it important to learn AI? Well, then I tell you, I gave a long answer. I says, I'm at this age, I'm 61, I'm born 1961, I'm 65 years old. I say, I saw the coming of radio. Do you know how long it took to have the 1 million user of the radio? 23 years. Then I saw television. You know how long it took to reach the 1 million user of television? 11 years. Then I say, okay, AI. How long it take? AI actually was launched by OpenAI in 30th November 2022. Do you know how long it took to reach 1 million user? Anyone can guess? 1 year? 5 days. 5 days. So, from television, 23 years, now you have something new. Within 5 days, you get 1 million user. Right now, I think he got 12,000 users. Like. So I want to tell you this. Why I say this is because things are moving very fast. The technology today are moving very, very fast. So you got to catch up. So this is what my message. Okay, now without further ado, I'd like to invite Dr. Yap to explain to us on innovation. Go ahead, Dr. Yap. Nah, you can use this.
Thank you, Dato Bak. Terima kasih. Izinkan saya berbahasa Melayu. Memandangkan ini adalah program kementerian. Ya. Okay. Can you guess where I'm from? I originally from Newcastle. My wife from Golden Sand. Both of my children born in Cat City. Now I stay in Strain River. Just to make you all alert. Di mana saya? Saya lahir di mana? Saya memang orang Malaysia. Newcastle. You're right, Kota Baru. That means you are not sleepy. How about Golden Sand? Pasal Mahoi Kelantan. Tupak. Oh, sorry, tupak tak ada bahasa Inggeris. Go ahead, go stand. Bahasa Kelantan. Both my children born in Cat City. I stay in Kuching, Sarawak for 10 years. Both of my children born there, made in Sarawak. Now I stay in Strain River. Where am I? Perak is Slim River, not Strain River. Sungai Pelek, mana Sungai Pelek? Selangor. Selangor kat daerah mana? Sepang. Pernah pergi, pernah makan dragon fruit? Ya. Fuchao meatball. Ya. Saya buka cerita ini sebab saya diarah bertukar ke sana ke sini selama 30 tahun dalam perkhidmatan awam. Kenapa bahasa Melayu saya begitu indah dan begitu tersusun? Kerana saya berani tidur dengan guru bahasa Melayu. Isteri saya adalah guru bahasa Melayu. Tingkatan 6. Okey? Itu pembuka bicara saya. Izinkan saya teruskan. Next slide. Are we going for smart city or wise city? Where is our wisdom? We are talking about smart city. KL is going for smart city. Johor Bahru is going for smart city. How smart are we smart? Kalau orang Kelantan kata, kita cerdik ke kita bodoh? We need to believe that when we want to do something, we want to put value added to the current process, current technology, we must make sure that it gives value to us. Don't just do it and it will become a burden to us. Pernah tengok projek Gajah Putih? Banyak bukan? Cuba sebutkan satu. Dalam perkhidmatan awam? Banyak. Di dalam sektor swasta, lagi banyak. Cuma tidak diaudit. Tidak ditonjolkan dan diletakkan di bawah kapet. Dan dimatikan syarikat tersebut. Kerana syarikat boleh dimatikan oleh ROC, tapi agensi kerajaan tak boleh dimatikan kerana rakyat memerlukan. We should go for the wise nation. I'm talking at the strategic level. Sebab tak ramai daripada kita lihat dari segi strategic level di peringkat negara. 国家，有国才有家，没有国没有家。有的家没有人，因为孩子没有了，孩子不相信家，所以我们要有智慧，用智慧来把握、抓住我们的家。Sorry, I use Mandarin. We need our family to uphold our trust in the family so that we can have a home, not a house. What is the difference between a home and a house? We go to the next. Siapa ingat? Rukun kelima. Berapa ramai yang uphold the kesopanan dan kesusilaan? Kalau kita tengok Facebook kita tengok dalam berita, kereta menahan kereta sebelah dan ambil keluar barang. Dan ada cikgu yang bersekedudukan dengan anak muridnya. This is the challenge when we don't connect the first one and the fifth one. This is the soft part. Kepercayaan kepada Tuhan dengan kesopanan dan kesusilaan. Kita lupa kita ada negara. Next. We need to understand, nation have the policy and we have the Eightfold Path. We need the convergence to build mindful public innovation. Next. And just to share with you, before I left the service on the 1st of May, this is the framework Dr. Bak helped public service to come out with this framework, public sector innovation ecosystem. Thank you very much, Dr. Bak. We need to understand people, process, technology. Without technology, can we survive manually? During Gautama Buddha time, is there any technology? There is. Just a simple technology. We need to connect our mindset of the people, process, technology. Like myself in the public sector, I'm the expert of the process. Next. This is about theory to the public sector reality because I hold my MBA and also my DBA. That's why people need to call me doctor. I'm not the doctor in the medical field. I'm the doctor in the public sector innovation. Next. This is what the difference between smart metric and wise outcome. Next. I think I want to explain, will take some time. We go to the next. The balanced paradigm. we need to understand, in our life, we need to have a balanced life. Among our physical, mental, emotional, and the last one is spiritual. That's what, according to Stephen Covey, which I learned from the 8 Habits. I study on the Stephen Covey, I study on the Buddhism, and I believe we need to have a balanced paradigm. Everyone have the right to choose. Next. This is the most important for me. Build the people with compassion. Design the process with mindfulness. Deploy technology with wisdom. That's all from me. Next. Last one, I think. The best is yet to come. We need to have more innovation for our Buddhist society to help Malaysia. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Yap. So, Brother Yap is a very humble man, because he's an expert in innovation, and he drives innovation to all the government sector. And do you know there are how many civil servants in Malaysia? 1.3 million. So 1.3 million has to follow the steps that he has given. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Yap. Okay, so before I give you the floor for question and answer, now I want to ask Brother Lim again about this theory about whether can human think or not. Now, before that, I want to introduce to you Alan Turing. Alan Turing is he's a mathematician, right? In fact, he can be called the father of AI. He was the one who initiated the idea to make a machine think. So this is called the Turing testing. So meaning someone can program to a machine so that whoever asks the machine can get the correct answer, right? So fast forward 60 years later, which is about now, what do you call it? Now AI has come about, right? So the idea is this. So Turing suggested that instead of debating consciousness directly, we should ask whether a machine can imitate human conversation so well that people cannot even distinguish the difference whether he's a machine or he's a human being. So my question to you, Brother Kooi Fong, can machine actually think? This is my question to you. Like, over to you. Please answer this question.
Okay, I think it's very, very important because sometimes now the AI is actually more clever than us, in terms of displaying the quality of the answer. We cannot come out like that, correct or not? I ask you, give you a blank piece of paper, and you write out an essay. Then you ask the same question to the AI, you compare, you say, why we so terrible? Now all the students doing like that. My wife's a lecturer. All the students come out with a very beautiful thing. But there's been some experiment. Those who answer with AI, those who answer with little bit of AI, those who don't have AI, okay? When you come to the final exam, right? Apparently, those who never use AI got the best result because they use their brain. Those who use AI depend on some outsourced support. Okay, without the support, like the crutch gone, they cannot stand on their own. There was an interesting experiment. Now the problem is AI is so good now, and I'm going to show to you how he has improved since Nobu is almost 3 years old. Okay, 3 years old already. In the beginning, very clumsy, all full of hallucination. I get scolding. You quote the sutta wrong. Okay, what nonsense is this? Title right, sutta wrong. The content. Sometimes title wrong, sutta correct. Stupid Nobu. All right. Then after that, we started to improve the technology to put in content. But then suddenly, AI people like Meta, like Anthropic, and then later on the DeepSeek from China and Kimi from China, they became more sophisticated, okay, in coming up with the algorithm, they make their robot, their bot so good. Now they don't use the thing called RAG anymore. They use a technology, so-called, to improve the memory management of the AI. I'll give you some quick slides. Next one, please. The first thing is, can better memory make a thinking machine? Okay, apparently it can. So there are 4 things here. Don't worry about the terrible, all this evaluating TTT. It's okay, don't worry. You just have a look at it. These are the new technology that is improving the memory of the chatbot. Okay, so there are 4. It's called evaluating the TTT. Then after that is the KV cache compression, agentic hierarchies, and graph extraction. These are very technical words, but I will explain to you in a very, very user-friendly way. Next one, please. Yeah, thank you. Now, these are the 4 technology breakthrough. Their aim is only one only. Their aim is to improve the performance of the bot. Okay? So this one, TTT, is actually update the model weight during real-time learning. The analogy is like this. A student who takes note during an exam. Oh, so fast. Oh, yeah. Okay, so actually, basically, he is learning while working, not just before. So all this technology, I'm not going to go through since so much time. The simple basis is like this. They have improved memory until so much that this chatbot example, Nobu, you ask a question, Brother Leslie asked a question 1 month ago, he can remember, no? Last time you asked this question, now you ask this question like this. That means you have actually understood. When you ask the first time, you don't understand. You ask the second time, you understand. 2 years ago, Nobu can only remember the last 3 questions from the question you asked. Last 3. Now you can answer based on something that you asked maybe 1 month ago, 1 week ago. So random, can still remember. That's how intelligent the machine is already. Okay? All right, so I think that's all. But I'm telling you, this is the technology that has improved chatbot nowadays. Okay? All this later, we discuss later.
Okay, thank you, Brother Lim. Yeah, thank you. So what Brother Lim trying to say is, although we have AI, but our original mind is still the best. So I think if we look at Buddhism, the first verse in the Dhammapada, the first word in the Dhammapada says what? Mind is a forerunner of everything. All right? I think that concludes. Okay, so now I want to ask another question to Brother Yap. Dr. Yap, I want to ask this. All right? Now, we're talking about Madani. Workplace culture and well-being of Malaysians. Yeah? Okay, how can innovation be a positive environment, fuel productivity, inclusive workplace that nurture creativity, loyalty, and motivation among the rakyat? Please, can you answer this question?
Thank you very much for very interesting question by Dato Bak. All you have handphone? Please take out your handphone. Can you go to my JPJ? Yeah. Can you go to my JPJ? I already can see my license here. How about you? And also my vehicle. This transformation changed our life. Last few days, I went to JPJ Wang Samaju. Not many people there already. This is a game changer by public service. This one is not yet very interesting. The one that very interesting, can you go to my tax? E-filing. For those who pay tax. Next year, I will not pay tax anymore because I already retired. So, in my tax, I registered my e-filing on the 1st of March, and I got my refund on the 12th of March. Interesting. We should appreciate what's been done by our government. Try to think positive rather than negative according to the Buddha teaching. Not just these two, we have many which are in the market, which I think that need some improvement, like the parking system. There are so many apps. This council got one app, that council got another app. That one need to do some improvement at the strategic level, at the national level, led by ministry. And we need input from the Rakyat. And now I am the Rakyat together with you all. I no more government servant. I'm no more binding with the general order. Now I am typically a retiree without any salary.
Rakyat biasa.
Rakyat biasa, rakyat mahal. Yesterday I went to my farewell dinner together with Tan Sri Wan Ahmad Dahlan. So he mentioned to me, Yap, you still have many supporters in the public sector. I said, yes. That's the beauty when we contribute with our passion and our full-hearted. We need to believe when we contribute, don't think about what the organization gives us. We need to think what we can give to the organization. With that, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I think Brother Yap is a real role model of Buddhists. Correct or not? He has done so well for our country. So I thought, and I really hope, today's talk, we're able to inspire you so that you can continue to contribute to our country, right? Okay, so we have some time right now. Can we call you guys to ask any questions to Dr. Yap or to Brother Kooi Fong or even myself? Yes, Venerable Sir.
Okay. I just want to ask a question about AI. Because of course the Sangha, we are not very good in AI or in technology. But sometimes I use DeepSeek or ChatGPT to ask certain thing on the Dhamma. But as far as I understand, if I'm not correct, please correct me. When we talk about AI, we say AI is very smart, very wise, but AI also depend on the information that human put into the system, right?
Yes.
So let's say nobody put the information, let's say about me or about something else, but if nobody put the information in the system, do AI can answer our question? That is my concern.
Okay.
Because a lot of things about the Dhamma, when I ask, AI don't really know. Thank you very much. Kelantan juga kita.
Okay, so maybe I can, Bante, can I ask Brother Kooi Fong to answer your question? Come.
Okay, Bante, thank you for the question. Where are you from? Which temple? You live in Singapore. Okay. Okay. So somebody asked me, what's the difference between using Nobu and ChatGPT? What's the difference? Because the back-end technology is the same, LLM, large language model, correct? So our answer is very simple. We train Nobu to follow the 5 precepts. Cannot break the 5 precepts. You say, I want to commit euthanasia. He said, cannot. Not allowed. Then they tell you bad karma, things like that. Not allowed. And then we train it to communicate with 4 Brahma Vihara. Cannot get angry one. It cannot insult you. It will not say bad word. No, cannot. All right? Why? Because they says that Sila is prime importance. Prime importance in the behavior of the board. Prime importance. And therefore, you must behave by communicating using the 4 Brahma Vihara. And your test case is you must never break any one of the precepts. Okay? And at the end of the day, there are a few things that we have to accomplish. This is very summary. Bante, let's say you ask a question, you receive an answer. The first thing we ask is, does the teaching reduce greed, hatred, ignorance? The teaching that you receive, does it reduce any of these three things or not? Does it strengthen sila, ethical conduct? Does it encourage humility, patience, and clarity? Does it create more compassion and less hatred? If it does this, then the bot is behaving well. I'm happy to say that we train the bot like this. ChatGPT don't do that one. DeepSeek don't do that. None of the big bots do that. Only Nobu do that. We don't train on just knowledge, We train in terms of sila, and then the sila is very important because that is your interacting point between this one, the technology, and the information that flow into you, and your mind process it. Okay? So, that is our clear intention. When we developed Nobu, our direction was that only. The rest, like Samadhi or even Panya, it's all sutta-based information. We just put all the information into the Nobu, into its deposit of knowledge-based deposit, and then it will process. 2 years ago, not so good. We have to admit, very bad. But today is very good. I'm telling you, it's very good. Okay? I came up, I had a discussion with my wife yesterday. I said, there's this riddle, called Vacha. The Vacha, this guy, that's the Buddha, I know. After Tathagata passed away, where is he? Is he in Nirvana? Or is he not Nirvana? Or does he exist, don't exist, Now, that particular question bugged me for a long time because the easy answer is some question cannot be answered one. So we keep it that way. Okay? The reader was, the Buddha, let's say the Buddha is no more. Does he exist? Does he not exist? Does he both exist or does he neither exist or not? That is the four things, the four quaternary. And this kind of riddle, for many years, I asked Monk. Monk said, only not important. It's like the arrow shoot into you. What you ask, who shoot me? Why he shoot me? No, just take out the arrow, kill yourself. And that is the standard answer, we are taught. Then you're not satisfied. We go and learn from Tibetan Buddhism, Nagarjuna, for instance, and he read his thesis, Mula Madhyamaka Karika. Wow, he elaborated the four questions into something philosophy because it includes the two truths. Very deep philosophy. It makes you even more confused, actually. Until I decided, I think in my life, I cannot understand that riddle. Yesterday, I tried Nobu. It came out beautiful. First time in my life, I could understand it. Okay? So what I'm saying is, the knowledge that you can get from the technology, in the end, it's up to you to process the mind. Now, how develop your mind is, then that's the level that you will receive it. It's like the ship. If low tide, the ship is low. If high tide, the ship is high. So the level of absorption of your knowledge is how developed you are. At the end of the day, it's all about you. Okay? Nothing about this. This is only giving you the opportunity to get the information very fast and very good. But don't depend on it. You have to process it. At the end of the day, answer the four questions. Does it, reduce your hatred and all? Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Kooi Fong. But maybe I also answer you. Last year I was the head judge for invention. There are so many universities. So they also asked me to deliver a speech, So in my speech, I talk about AI. I say, how many of you use AI? So everyone put up a hand. Say, I want to know how many of you don't use AI. So all of them use AI. So I say, if everyone uses AI, then how are you going to be different? How are you going to be the champion? So then I brought one spoon and I brought one fork. So I say, how many of you stir your Milo with a spoon? So most of that use the spoon. How many of you use a fork to stir your Milo? Only 2 or 3. So I had an experiment. I asked AI which is better, whether a spoon is better or whether a fork is better. So the AI says the spoon is better. Then I question, how do you know the fork is not better? He says, sir, I'm so sorry, but I have no experiment on the fork. So my message to the student, don't rely on AI. Rely on AI as a tool, but use your head. So that's my answer to you. All right, thank you very much. So we have a question from here.
We have time for one more question.
Yeah, one time for one more question.
Okay, first of all, I want to rejoice in Dr. Yap's retirement and also Mr. Lim's work with Nobu. I really use it a lot for my Dharma Duta work and also my Buddhist scholarship. My question is this. I am invited to deliver a talk on what would the Buddha say to young people today. And since we talk about innovation and we talk about the use of technology, you talk about students as well across all of the panelists, I was wondering, what do you think the trends are in terms of like how technology is impacting the minds of the youth with things like brain rot, and what can this ancient wisdom, right? I think just now, Dr. Yap, your title of your presentation is about ancient wisdom. How can the Buddha's teachings and this ancient wisdom find its relevance in a way that awakens young people so that we are not so technology dependent?
Thank you for very hard to answer question. What gen are you? Gen Z. I'm baby boomer. So, since you are a student, I also a student. Every month, I went to my mentor in Penang to attend day course from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And I need to pay 1,000 per visit. So I believe every student have the same mindset. Will the ancient knowledge still relevant today? What do you think? I throw back the question to you. If I ask you, what is your heartbeat? $60 to $80 to $100, the most. Can we change the heartbeat? Same with the ancient knowledge. We can't change. That's why in other religion, buku agama tak boleh ubah. Yang lain boleh ubah. We need to believe the middle path is the best path for us to go. We need to believe we are living in Malaysia, multiracial society. We need to believe in our own religion, we still have many different opinions, different thoughts. We need to understand one thing. What is our nawaitu, intention in life? Connect our passion into intention to our life objective. If you read Stephen Covey's book, Begin with the End in Mind, the second habit. And the 8th habit, find your voice and help others to find theirs. Thank you.
We'll hand over to Sister Miao Yen.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for our wonderful panelists today. It has been an inspiring session. And can I now please invite the Vice President of the MBCC to please give some... please. You need to bring this, okay? Yes, bring it up for... No. Okay. Yes. So can we have all the EXCO members of the MBCC on the stage as well? Thank you. So that we can all give a warm thank you to our wonderful panelists. Yeah. So if we can hand over the gifts to our panelists. Okay. So there are names on each one. Was Sister Christina here also just now? Okay. So please, to Dato Dr. Bakstan, please, a warm round of applause. Okay. And then, thank you. And then for the next gift for Dr. Yap. And finally, for Brother Lim. Okay. Yes, so just a group photo. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. And thank you for joining us. And please stay around for our final closing session, which will be held at a ballroom in about 2 minutes. So please make your ways directly to the ballroom. You can also talk to our speakers if you wish on your way to the ballroom. Thank you very much. Salam sejahtera. Terima kasih telah menghadiri acara hari ini.